welcome to our table. I will use this. I will say, where the dungeons are made up and the dragons don't matter. Joey, do you think that's funny? Appreciate you. So,
It's great to be here.
with that, there are no new announcements for today except the usual ones. So check out the Patreon for ways that you can shape and change the story that's unfolding before us and impact the types of things that these characters might be interacting with. In addition to that, too, check out the merch shop. We've got some really cool stuff out there ready to go. Today, I will highlight that there's a really cool looking coffee mug. So if you like coffee or mugs, it's a good one to pick up.
Or tea.
You could put tea in a coffee mug. That's true.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Guns.
And chips.
Thank you.
That went great.
So, with that, I will do a quick rundown of episode 27, which started with a conversation between Savarin and Munkin. A lot was unearthed that is hard to do in a recap. So if you are unfamiliar with it and are joining us now, I would actually say go listen to 27 before you listen to 28. However, they talked about the origin of this stone, this husk stone, and where Munkin got it from. It came from some type of masqueraded goblin 4 years ago at a founding festival, and so with that he studied it, had some migraines and some trouble with studying it, but then wrote a book from some of that and some other tales on Aboleth out of it, and then had some memory trouble since then. All of that was shaken down. He was very forgiving of Savarin and the party, and was very soft about everything that had transpired, even though they had heisted the stone out of his tower with soup. That fortunately did not come up. And so they talked all that through. He gave them the antitoxin that he refined for the Chulath, as well as Savarin saying, I think I'm supposed to be with you today, before everyone headed out. There was a wonderful wrestling match between Munkin and Strokoth, which is the real name of Wolfie, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. As they just kind of had a good getting to know each other moment. And Munkin was very pleased to have some time with such a wonderful creature. They met Stefano Scaleback and Morrow and the unnamed mother, who never got to introduce herself, but had a wonderful time in that conversation.
Thank
too.
Goodness.
Where some barbed javelins were purchased, as well as some studded leather armor. And then the plan was, let's meet up with Rickeldar and Fairgrand at the Ocean Sea Goblet once businesses start to close down. And on their way, they heard the calling horns of the guard as civilians were running from the lake. It seems to be the case that there is another attack happening so soon, 24 hours after the one just the night before. So at this point, Savarin has reached a hand towards Lorelith and enchanted her arrows with some sort of electric energy. And she looks very panicked, saying that she had seen a vision of what is about to come. Or at least that there was some danger. People are running by, kind of scattered. It's like one every 10 seconds or so. Eventually you can see some guards ushering some people and giving out some commands to try to get some people away from the lake too. And you all hear and see that there is some major commotion just a couple minutes away. So how do you respond? Major commotion? Good reference.
So who all is in our party?
You have
Me.
Thelen, you have Savarin, and then everyone else that is here at this table. Including Stefano Scaleback.
No.
I came with you.
No, you don't leave your chair on Quill Day.
A fun little bit of lore. I actually died peacefully in my sleep the moment you left.
Thank you.
That was fun.
In case we ever have to go back, you'll never be there.
Yeah.
I quickly go into fight or flight mode, which of course for Lorelith is fight.
There it is.
100% of the time.
Okay.
And the moment that like Savarin has motioned to what's happening and I notice the horns, I go ahead and grab my bow and kind of hope that others see what I'm doing, maybe make some sort of a like noise or statement that's like, hey, but isn't too detailed. And then I don't have a lot of words. And then head to the lake with my bow at the ready.
Yes. All right. And as you pull one of your arrows out, you can feel it like lightly vibrating between your fingers. And when you do look at it, there is like this electricity enchantment going on from it that you've never seen or used before. But
and I have my archer's brace.
yes, you do. Yes. Any other preparations or things as Laura starts to lead this charge running lakeward?
I'll definitely do a cool stance.
Yeah.
So like a
We're running.
One that is barely described, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
Hey!
one that I don't have to roll for.
Continue.
As cool as I can get without
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah.
Does it look like people are coming out of Ocean's Deep Goblet?
That building is not in sight yet.
Okay. I would probably start to run that way.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll just say like,
Fire.
I'm going to collect the Rickledor and the fisherman, and I run away. The farmer fish.
Okay.
Fish farming.
Anyone else?
Two of these gonna follow Laura left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we'll follow. So, if you could grab your minis.
Bye, Felicia.
Joey broke them all.
No, put that back. No, put it by the middle die.
Oh.
Yeah, that was intentionally placed.
It fell over. Oh no.
There I am.
It's dead. Oh.
And if you all could put yourselves this way, you're coming from this direction closest to Sally.
Oh my gosh. Joey,
Mine's
these things
strong.
are fragile.
Mine is strong.
But is it stronger than a 5th grader?
Grab a pencil and a piece of paper.
Can you strong this 5th grader?
Are you this far back, Wilfred? Pilly boy? Pill boy?
No, he's not there.
Are you this far
You're in
back?
front.
He's not even.
I'm gone. I went to Ocean's Deep Goblet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in front. I ran.
You did. No, you did.
I went. Yeah!
Is Stellan's mini here too? Yeah, can you grab that one? Okay.
Oh yeah, he made it
What is
already.
this doing?
Spelling.
So,
He's here.
you all will get to a point where once you see what is happening here, you can see a Big Daddy Chul, full on, fully grown, and another one. So 2 of those, which are now moving. They're maybe 30 feet into the lake water at this point. And so there's about another 60 feet or so. All told, you're at a point where you're 90 feet between you and where they are in the lake. And so it is pretty far. And then you all are like maybe now just outside of the the line of where the last buildings are. Between the city and the lake, as there's now like farmland and the docks, and then the lake. But this is a more shallow end of the lake, so they can clearly just straight move from the water to the land towards the buildings. At this point, there are no civilians, there are no guards or anyone here, and you can see them starting to get up and out of the water. We're gonna have everyone roll initiative.
Ah! My dice bag. It breathes.
That's a 7.
1 second.
Dice.
Who has the venom? The anti-venom? Or that was for the Abeloth, wasn't it?
No, that was for the Chula.
Who has that?
Whoever would
I
have
want to
taken it.
say Pilgrim, but I don't know if we established.
I don't think we did, but I mean,
I thought it was.
He gave it to you.
Munkin gives
I
he gave me
followed
the
Savarin.
the spicy juice.
Munkin gives us 2 vials of anti-venom for the Shulots.
Just who would have taken it?
I was
Anyone?
upstairs with Savarin, so it wasn't me.
No, he gave it after. It was after the conversation was over.
I wouldn't have taken it because it's not
I
made for.
thought that Pilgrim had it. But
I mean, I
it
can
was
have
based
it,
on
but
nothing.
it
It
is-
just says Munkin.
It is
gives us-
accompanying me to Ocean's Deep Goblet right
I mean, I can take it.
You
we
would
didn't
have taken
establish
it
it.
because you are good.
You're the competent.
That's
I rolled a
the
24.
kindest thing we've ever said. Yeah, it just says Munkin gave us 2
Gwen,
vials, so I'll take it.
you were focused on the Morga compass, so maybe you would have.
Maybe
Makes
I took
sense.
it. Maybe I took it.
Okay, anyone 20 and above? You said 24.
20.
Okay.
I got a 9.
One second.
What?
Said 20.
All right, anyone between 15 and 20? Anyone between 10 and 15? Anyone between 5 and 10?
Yes.
Okay. What do you got?
I got a 9.
Okay.
I got a 7.
You would. I think you add your luck stone to this since initiative is a skill check. I don't know if it automatically does that for you on your page,
Oh,
Will
cool.
slap my butt.
but
Was Pilgrim in combat?
Pilgrim.
Yeah, you're.
I'm going to separate out time for him.
I'm locked in combat with my cardiovascular endurance as I run to Ocean Sea Gauntlet.
And then Thelen. Can somebody roll a d20 for Thelen for me?
My D20 is straight up.
It's so small. 4.
I told you they always roll fast.
Sorry, Phil.
And his initiative is 2, so it's a 6. Okay, he's done.
Interesting.
I actually have an 8 because of the luck stone.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
7.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Very good.
Okay, Misery, you are up first. You are 90 feet away from all of the action. Your party is around you. Anything? Yeah. What would you like to do with your turn?
90 feet, huh?
Could you describe what we see? Like, is it just beach or like lakefront sand?
Yeah. So farms are pretty like low grown at this point, and so you are kind of near the edge of farmland, and there are pathways and ways that like people from the city can get from being in town to the lake that cuts through some farms as well. And so you've been able to take one of these like dirt paths to where this low planted like greens and like kind of like lettuce heads and stuff that are on the ground around you, but you have cut through this path to now what goes from kind of dirt and farmland to then kind of like a harder mix of like stone that was laid to set the docks, and then some dirt that's piled up above that, and then eventually that gives way to some softer dirt and mud that then turns into the lake. And so generally that's what the terrain is, but then once that turns into lake, it's about 30 feet in front of you, or 30 feet of lake water that then is where these chul are. And then behind the chul are, I didn't describe this yet either, each of them do have 3 chul off next to them too, so some of the younger versions. So all told in front of you are 8 visible foes coming out of the lake.
And no guards in sight?
No civilians or anything like that. All any signs or sounds of people are all behind you, as they're now working to make sure everyone gets a safe distance away.
So the guards that were blowing are helping the civilians?
Yeah.
Basically.
I assume we can't tell if they're like going towards a specific point right now because they're still in the water.
Right.
So we wouldn't know.
So, Misery.
I am going to. Oh. So, let's see. We're 90 feet away. I'm gonna run. Can I get within 60 feet? I am in the back right now.
That would be, just 30 feet of
Yeah.
your full movement? Yeah. So just move it a third of the way closer.
Floop.
Cool.
And then I'm going to cast a spell
Whoa!
called.
Whoa! What does that do?
Shatter. So I can put it as far as I can, which is like here, and then anyone within a 10-foot radius.
Yep. That's all of them.
That's all of them.
Yep.
Sick.
Nice.
Let's make a Constitution saving throw. And beat a 15.
Okay.
It's a sudden reading noise, painfully intense, so I'm guessing it's just like singing.
Okay. We have
Amazing.
12 from the chul,
Fail.
and then a 15 from one of the chul,
Save.
a 9 from one of the chul, and less than that. So all of them fail except one of the chul.
Cool.
And so what happens?
3d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
And half on.
Okay.
Succeed. So 4, 11, 17.
Whoa.
Thunder damage.
Bloom, bloom.
And they're not made of stone because we're metal. So
And you said it's half on the save?
yeah. So 9.
Nice.
9.
Great. Okay.
That is
As the air that is around them seems to become still for a second, and then like glass, the space that all of them are taking up starts to shatter and ripple away, and you hear this loud crashing sound from that grouping, and a lot of their shells start to crack and expose some skin underneath as well. So significant impact from the spell that Misery had put forth. That is movement and action. Any type of bonus action?
Done.
Okay. After Misery is Julie.
Yeah. I'm just gonna cast Firebolt, and it has a range of 120 feet. So
Who are you attacking?
the Big Daddy Jewel.
Okay. The same one on that side. Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh no, 11.
Does not hit. And so Julie, from this distance, you can see her lob out this beam of fire, and it arcs up and then just smashes into the water on the side. You can see it fizzle out.
Sure.
A great distance, 90 feet to shoot that from. Anything else? Movement or bonus action?
I'm gonna move here.
Okay, 30 feet-ish.
Yeah, kind of like a little bit back from Misery, but
Yeah.
sort of parallel, just
Great.
like spread out.
Looks good. All right. The Shul and its minions, Joe, if you don't mind, just moving it. It's actually going to rush the 60 feet, and so it's going to be right in front of you, face to face. And so will the little ones behind it. But they're all putting all of their energy into doing that. And so that is it for them.
I'm scared.
I'm afraid.
That is that. That is that. Also, this one is going to rush up in the same fashion. Is getting there. But after that move is Laura. And you have Stroke Off with you. He's over there.
I do. Come here, buddies.
Buddies.
Alright. So, I'm going to. This one's still pretty far away from us, from people, correct?
Yeah, he's about 30 feet away from y'all.
And this one's.
Maybe a little more, 40 feet at that angle.
This one's in Misery's face.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on this one.
Great. And that's a bonus action?
Yes.
Great.
And I'm going to use my longbow to attack it.
Roll to hit.
Dude. Dud.
12.
12 total. That
Yeah.
does not hit. And so the arrow hits the side of its shoulder plate.
Oh wait. I didn't cast Hunter's Mark like I was supposed to.
Okay.
Does that change? That changes it, doesn't it?
I don't know if it adds anything. Let me see.
You get advantage.
I'm supposed to get something.
I know it does bonus damage.
Oh, I deal an extra damage.
Yeah.
You have an advantage on any wisdom or survival
yeah.
check. Yeah.
So if you're trying to track this thing, you now have a great chance at tracking it. But
Okay.
right. So the aim to hit it just was a little bit off. In fact, it was dead on, but it just hit one of the shells and bounced off. And so that is one of your attacks. You get 2.
I was about to say, well, guess what?
Got another one knocked and ready.
Even with my enchanty bows didn't do anything to him?
Yes, you have not seen what that has done yet.
Okay. Do I have to do anything to make
I'll
it
let
do?
you know.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna turn my attention to this guy then.
Okay.
And shoot my longbow at him. 20.
That hits.
Sick.
Nice.
So you may roll your normal damage.
Crit, right? No.
30, 20, I said.
7.
Okay. Then you add 2 because you're bracers, or is that already adding your 2?
I hit it on the app, so I'm not sure. It added 3 on the app.
What's your dexterity? Is your dexterity plus 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so then it did not.
No, my dexterity is +1.
Okay, so it did automatically add the +2 for the archer bracers. Roll a d6 as well.
Okay.
Ooh!
Is that because it was a 20?
No, because the what? The
No,
shot
D6.
shaky. Like, or something.
Yeah.
It was 30, 20. It wasn't a crit.
Oh, it was 30?
She didn't roll a 20.
I thought you were on this one.
Yeah, me too.
No god!
5.
Did you pick up one of the tools?
Okay.
Just rolled a tool.
It was a 6!
So 7 from the arrow and then 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the lightning damage, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As your arrow hits, you can see little beams of lightning kind of strike out from it penetrating through.
For this guy.
Yeah, and so your arrows do a little extra kick. Anything else for your turn? You've got Wolfie next as well.
Oh, right. I send Wolfie in to the one in front of Misery to blow fire on him.
Okay, great. You can go ahead and move him up to whichever side you want him to be at, and then we've got some dexterity saving throws to make.
Okay.
What is the DC for his fire breath? I think it's like maybe 13, 14 maybe.
It is...
Don't hang on.
2d6. No, just it should say make a dexterity saving throw DC blank in the description of the attack.
Should be up top.
What am I looking at?
Here, let me see real quick. Wolf and key hearing, pack tactics, elemental resistance, range of companion, elemental breath. The creature takes 2d6 damage. It doesn't say what the dexterity saving throw should be. Maybe I was doing yours. Alright, for right now I'll just say, because you leveled up, I was going to increase it, and I think 14 seems appropriate, so I'm just going to use 14 for now.
Okay.
Okay, the large one succeeded it. It's going to take half damage. The first small one succeeded. The second small one succeeded.
No!
And the third one failed. So go ahead and roll the 2d6, and it's going to be half damage for most of them except one. Whoa.
Wait, what'd you say?
2d6.
2d6?
Yeah.
I got 8.
Right? That actually kills all 3 of the small ones from the shatter and then what you have also just done with Wolfie. So all those 3 d6s can be Steven, sound effect. Can you do 3 overlapped? Thank you. And of course, the large one is still standing, but you all have wiped out the ones over on that side. Nice. After Lorelith, we have Pilgrim. You are
In a dead
running.
sprint.
A dead sprint towards, and you are 6 seconds into that sprint.
Cool. I continue the sprint.
Great. Thelen is going. No. Gwendolyn, you were up. Gwendolyn,
I thought Velen. No, he did not.
you rolled a 7. He rolled a 6.
Worst voices.
Ba- 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 ba.
How far is
30.
this stupid one?
40.
30 feet from you.
30. You're
Yeah.
pretty
Oh, yeah,
a good one. I'm gonna try to take out this one. I'm just gonna move a tiny bit.
Okay. And you
Like
are.
to throw a javelin.
All right.
What are your barbed ones?
Yeah.
I think this was so unexpected. We had a plan. We thought all this stuff was gonna happen, and then all of a sudden, alarms and bam, and we're in attack mode very fast. It happened. We weren't expecting it. So I think I didn't even have time to hum or think, and I just kind of accidentally raged out
Okay.
of defense. So I didn't even do my song. Nothing. Just went into it.
These guys made you ink.
Huh?
These guys made you ink.
These guys made me ink.
Yeah.
What?
It's a Finding Nemo reference?
Nemo swimming out to sea! It's a little squid. Little pink squid.
Everyone was saying
You
that.
guys made me ink.
Would you like to roll to hit?
Yeah. Nemo swimming out to sea! Okay. Oh my gosh! 19.
Wow.
Oh.
So Nemo take that.
Was that on the die?
No,
Or
it's
is
a
it-
14
okay.
plus 5.
Great, wonderful.
And then,
You will add your damage that you roll, your strength modifier,
Those
rage
Gyarados?
modifier, and the 2.
Wow.
They look like
lots of
a
2s.
Like,
So roll a
What's
d6
it?
and roll
Gyarados?
2s.
Like,
Is your strength modifier 2?
like Gyarados.
I guess so. 1d6 plus 2, right? That would be
Yeah.
the strength modifier.
Yeah.
Gyarados has wings.
So 1d6 plus
Rage.
6.
1d6 plus 6.
Gyarados is a dragon.
And his wings. That's what I said.
It was only a 2, so 8.
Great. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2.
Dragon, though.
Wow.
This javelin is launched into the air from, what was this at? This one here?
Gills.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And as it spirals out, you can see where the arrow had sunk in and shocked into it, and your javelin kind of gets under the same part of the shell, but over to the side, not in the exact same spot. As now underneath this kind of shoulder plate to where the softer chest area is, both the arrow and the javelin are able to sink in and stick. So 8 damage from you there.
I get 2 attacks now.
You cannot throw 2 javelins in the same turn.
Really?
Yeah, the time it takes you to... Oh wait, did you have one ready when you were moving into this fight? Okay, this is how this is going to work. Because you all knew about this fight and you were moving into it, you had a javelin in your hand and then you threw it, but it takes like an kind of like a free action thing to grab one and get that ready. And so at this point you can throw that one, but then in your next turn you're going to have to use that to get one out. So like this turn you can throw 2, but like in the way that
So you can only well, javelin's melee.
Yeah, there's like
Only
a...
like sword attack twice. Yeah, you
Right.
can melee twice.
Yeah.
It's weird because javelin says melee weapon, but like.
Yes, you can use it as a melee weapon, as
Yeah.
kind of like a spear, but
Yeah.
as long as you're throwing
Yeah.
it, it's going to kind of result in just one.
Well, I mean, I also just justified raging so quickly by saying I didn't really know what was happening and just
Yeah.
immediately going into it. So I don't know if that contradicts it.
I think you're okay.
I mean, I guess going into the rage
Right.
would also involve like
Yeah.
doing a defense. Okay. So I can do it for now.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
just this turn.
It doesn't matter anyway. What did I say, 12?
Okay, 12 total.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, your second javelin thrown out. You have 4 left on your back, but this one lands into the soft ground, sticking straight up next to
Maybe
it.
I can grab it.
Yeah, oh, you can definitely like grab them again after you throw them. That is both your attacks, your bonus action to rage, and your movement, so that should be it for you.
Yeah.
Cool. After that is now Thelen. Thelen, you see him, Thelen's eyes kind of dart back and forth, and he slinks down really low to the ground and is like using his legs really long to just kind of stride forward. He's just immediately in this like hunter mode. He assures Oba, he's like, everything's gonna be okay, just stay inside. And you can see the little fox just boop, and then and running underneath of his vest. And then he reaches into a pouch where he has a couple different like stones and rocks just kind of stored up. He says some words underneath of his breath, and then the light green spores that you have seen when he uses his magic just start to emanate out of this pouch. And then he pulls out one, puts it in a sling, and he just starts to spin it up around his head, and then launches it towards the one that you just threw your javelins at and everything. Natural 20. Woo!
Good job, Michael.
Thelen is gonna roll this.
Don't.
All right, that's gonna be 10 damage from that stone hitting this Truloth square in the dead center of the head, and it just like starts to rock around a bit from getting hit.
And the Tweety birds go tweet, 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 tweet.
And then a cat comes and tries to get the birds.
It's very funny. You should have been there.
That was not a good movie.
Okay, that was
Chippendale.
bonus action. That was action, and he did move. So after Thelen is... Alright, so the rest of these 3 are then going to charge up and keep moving, but they're actually going to kind of start moving in y'all's direction.
Oh no.
And then we are back at the top. Misery, you are up.
There's a big old Julie boy in my face.
Truly, rocking everywhere.
I found you.
Julie. Oh shoot.
Always on the bard's turn.
That means I can touch it. Nah.
You can touch it.
You can touch the butt.
Let's just kill it.
Nemo's swimming out to sea.
Yeah. He is.
I'm actually running to Ocean Sea Goblin.
But I am close enough to do So a little bit more damage to roll. I'm gonna do Thunderclap. Wait. Oh no, he's right next to me. I don't want to hit. Stroke.
You don't want to hit Stroganoff.
No, I don't want to hit Baby Stroganoff.
He's named after a dad.
Yeah.
So you can kind of.
You
I don't know
say
that.
about me.
I will just hit him with my rapier.
Roll to hit.
It's not piercing. Yes, it's piercing. That's a 1.
That one.
That one.
All right, as you try to throw this rapier forward and to get a good pierce in, it just like whips under the arm and next to the side of it, and you just find yourself very uncomfortably close to the rest of this jewel as like little tentacles and pieces are starting to reach forward, and you are kind of pulled in by like these little tiny legs that are around its chest, and you're just like kind of off balance and in its chest. Anything else from you on your turn?
I'm going to do Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Is
Is that 60 feet or within 30 feet?
60 feet.
Okay.
So basically anybody.
Yeah, you're still in range of it.
But I will give it to Tuli.
All right.
She's close.
Tuli, you are up next.
What does Bardic Inspiration mean
You
again?
can add that to any attack roll, saving throw, or skill check.
Okay. I have to do it before?
You can do it.
After you see your roll, but before I tell you if it's a yay or nay. So I'll give you space anytime that you're doing something.
How does this tool, we said that they were starting to see space in between his carapace or whatever.
Yeah, it is looking like cracked and kind of opened up, which is from his spell that he had used. However, the like energy and fight that is in it is still pretty high.
Okay. I am going to try to flank it.
Okay.
So move around like this.
Yep.
And I am going to attack it with unarmed strike.
Okay, great. You can roll with an advantage.
Okay. With advantage? Because I'm flanking it?
Yeah.
I'm also going to cast Applied Flurry of Blows.
Sure.
Do you want me to just roll all of this right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Each one with advantage?
Yeah. You're rolling
Wow.
60-20.
So that one was... Alright, first one was 19.
That'll hit.
Okay.
That'll hit, babe. That'll hit.
And then...
Very good.
That's good.
I'm gonna say it, but don't tell me if it... One of them was 15. I'm trying to decide if I should roll Bardic Inspiration or not.
Oh. All to you.
Only you can answer that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll
that for
Okay.
I mean, it's a guarantee at that point.
Plus 4.
Why not?
So 19.
That hits.
Okay. And then last one.
Nice.
Thank you.
Dirty 20.
Great. That will also
Wow.
hit.
Nice.
So you may roll 3
Less
damages
that one.
for your
Less
punches.
that last
Oh,
one. actually,
thank you,
with
Liz.
his voice.
Thank you, Missy boy. Are you a Missy boy with antlers and everything? No, you're a cat. Oh, I forgot.
Oh, forgot.
8, 9, and
8, 8, 9.
8, 8, and 9.
Wow.
That's great. You're rolling a d6 on each of those.
Wow.
D6 plus 3.
Wow, that's great. 16, 25. Wow.
Get them.
Get him.
It's a good thing I'm running away to get help.
Yeah, meanwhile, Pilgrim is
Porter.
Still got like...
Porter is shuffling.
You all see Tuli just about
Stand.
cartwheel around to get to the back of this creature, and then as she dips low and gets a good sense of like where everything is and sees some of the cracks from the spell that you had cast, straight hand, she just and like busts through the shell on the back of this with these like straight chops, and then more pieces of the shell start to fly off as she's just so intent now in this studious mode of getting her hands exactly where they need to be to hurt this creature. All 3 of them doing really good damage too.
Nice.
After Tuli, all right.
You did great.
Okay, yeah, so that creature is now going to lash out and get some attacks on what's around it for the first time. So, what is going to happen is, you're going to get an attack first, as you are kind of off.
You get an attack.
You're off your footing, and that is going to be a 20 to hit.
Dirty?
Dirty 20, yeah.
The dirtiest.
You're going to take 10 piercing damage, or no, bludgeoning damage, but you take 10 bludgeoning damage. If you could make a either acrobatics or athletics saving throw, up to you.
Oh, acrobatics, fam. Wait, saving throw?
Yeah.
So dexterity. Wait, does that work?
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
That's a check?
Yeah, it's a check.
Alright, acrobatics then. Plus 9. 19.
Okay, great. As the claw grasps onto your shoulder and tries to pull you into more of its tentacles, you're able to just dip out of the way and kind of spin so that it loses its grip and you're out of it. It is also going to spin back and try to get one on Thule as well. So Thule, this is a 9 to hit.
Nope.
So it gets this pincer on Misery, and it's really focusing on that. It kind of throws another arm back towards you, but it doesn't really get a good look. And you're just, as you're studying all of these hits, you don't even look at it or see it coming, but you just instinctually stab, and then you're still going and fighting. After that, that is its turn.
It's almost dead. It's gotta be close.
And those are all gone. Is now this creature's turn. Oh wait, did I skip you?
Me?
No, I didn't. Pilgrim, just make sure I wasn't skipping Pilgrim. It is going to move. This is like an odd 40 or so feet, but it's going to use all of its movement to get up to Gwendolyn,
Right.
And then not do anything.
Don't touch my brain.
It used everything it could to get there. After that, Lorelith, you're up.
Okay. I think that I am. How far apart is everyone from this tool that's in front of Misery?
Everyone is right up against it.
Right up against it.
Yeah,
Okay.
within 5 feet.
So if I cast a spiky thing,
It would probably hit.
It would
you
hit
could
them
probably
as
pick
well.
a direction where it would only hit like one of them, but it would have to hit somebody.
Hit your dog. Hit your dog.
It's Dad.
You work at what? A place that likes dogs? That's where you work. Hit the dog.
Hit it.
no.
That's your dog that you found and you love dogs?
Hit the dog, you Greenpeace loser.
I'm
Vegetarian.
What are you gonna do? Currently holding a cat. Just
She's pescatarian. That's why she's willing to fight these crowds.
What are you going
Yeah.
for?
I'm going to shoot my longbow. I'm gonna try my longbow again at our friend that's surrounded.
Okay.
The
Roll.
enemy?
You can roll to hit twice. Our friend that is an enemy.
Yeah.
And what's the damage on these guys over here?
You haven't seen them get hit with anything.
This one? Oh! Ah!
There he is.
Ah!
Yeah,
There
that
he
one has
is.
taken some hits.
Those haven't been hit by anything.
Correct.
This one's. Do we know what his damage is at?
She hit it with a javelin. I think that's
It has
it.
taken and one
Well,
arrow.
and I shot
yeah.
it with one of my
It was
arrows.
taken an arrow and a javelin.
Okay.
The last time you fought one of these things was when you were on the boat on the top of the lake, and
I wasn't in the boat.
well, or on the dock.
I was on the dock and got attacked by Cicero's
Oh, yeah.
fake stone. Okay.
It was
So I'm
really
gonna
fun.
shoot. So I'm gonna shoot my longbow at this guy. Roll.
Yeah, let them see the cat hair.
24.
That definitely hits.
Hey yo, Macarena.
Roll to hit or roll damage.
Yes, gather it
It's
up.
not working.
Put it in one spot.
You're like pulling out
4.
It's like curving.
4 damage plus a d6 of the lightning damage.
All right. All right.
Bazap. Bazingo.
6.
Wow, so 10 damage again. And that was against the one that's surrounded?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Right, it is now starting to show a little bit of panicked
We're in.
danger and hurt from all of the spells and attacks it has taken.
Okay.
You have
Oh,
another.
it's feeling.
I'm gonna cast. How close is? Can I cast? Spike growth around this one without it hitting?
Was that a bonus action?
No, it's a second act. It's a spell.
Spike growth is an action.
It's a spell.
Right.
Is it?
You have 2 attacks per action.
Right. So spike growth is an action.
Oh.
Yeah.
It itself would be, instead of doing 2 attacks, you can do that spell.
You can shoot 2 arrows.
All right. I'm going to shoot another one at
Okay.
this guy.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit.
Nice.
So she doesn't.
Do you think Pilgrim's gonna bring an army of fish farmers and then the beach
You're
is
gonna
just
see.
empty of
Yeah. Quick, they're coming, they're coming.
dead true love?
Yeah.
25.
Oh my gosh, that's not a natural 20 yet?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
Is that a 19?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that hits 2.
Sick. 3 plus 6 plus 6. 12.
12 to total. Alright. Looking pretty rough as he's taken several arrows and a couple of spells and punches and all of the above.
I'm gonna send Wolfie over here.
So
Am I allowed to do that?
You are, but as soon as you start to leave combat that you're in, that would allow the creature to get an attack as he's leaving. So you can either stay and continue to fight that one or take a risk of being hit while he goes to leave.
But then I can. Do it about. No. Shh.
But the thing is, everyone gets 1 reaction as part of their turn too. It would use its reaction to try to attack, potentially.
Okay. Alright. Then I want Wolfie to blow his fire.
Well, roll a d6 for me. For him to get the fire breath again, you have to land a 6.
Gotta recharge.
Yeah, so just roll this for me, and if you get a 6, it'll
I
come
did it
back.
on here. Oh,
okay.
got a 3.
Okay, so you can still bite to attack.
Alright, he's gonna attack him.
Okay, which he has pack tactics, so he gets advantage on it. His allies are close by.
So 20.
Pack.
Roll 20.
Yeah, roll 2. See which one's higher.
Oui.
Roll 20. Done it.
Oof.
13.
Why did I see 25?
Because it combined both of
Oh, okay.
the 20s.
So the highest one is 13?
Yeah.
What's added to that? It should add his strength and stuff.
Oh. It didn't do that. Because I rolled them together. His strength is 1, so 14. He has a +1 strength. That's what you're
I
asking.
think, yes, I think it should also include a proficiency bonus for him, so let me just check his stat page real quick. I don't want to shortchange you on something you should get added. That's Gwendolyn, not Laurel. Extras and Wolf. Okay. His bite, you add.
This is.
It's a +4 to what you rolled on the die. So,
Oh, so 17.
okay, that does hit because of his proficiency bonus and stuff like that. So you can roll 2d4.
That's
5.
Okay, and then roll another d4, and this will be extra fire damage.
2.
Okay. Wow.
That's good bombs.
Okay, so you all see Strokoff grab onto one of the legs of this creature and just dig in, get his paws deep into the soft ground, and just start tearing back and ripping back, and little bits of flame start to spurt out of his mouth as well while he's doing that. He's trying to tear the creature down to the ground, but the creature does continue to stay standing. And that is all for Loreleth's turn. Pilgrim, you eventually will just get narrative there. You are at the door of Ocean Sea Goblets and burst inside.
Yeah. I yell, the Truloth have returned, and then I run right back out towards the room again.
Okay, got it. Inside, you do see that there's maybe 6 of the same fishermen that are still around on the spot at this point of the day. wrinkle door behind the bar, and as you burst in, they all just like start and stand up, and then you're already gone before you can see how they respond. And then you're taking off now back towards the lake.
Back towards my flag.
Okay. After Pilgrim, Gwen.
Yeah.
You're welcome, man.
This beefy boy is trying to snip my braid. I'll just poke him with the long sword. Snip.
When no one is around, you can snip my braid. Snip my braid. My braid.
I didn't get permission for any of this.
I
Okay.
Anything less than enthusiastic, yes, is a no.
Doesn't 15 hit?
No, it does not.
Frickin' frick.
And so you pull the sword out, and it just like slides off against the shell, and is not able to get underneath.
Well, I'll do it again.
Okay, go for it.
18.
That is.
Nice. Good. And then it was a
You do a bunch of damage.
Yeah, an attack.
You're raging.
I am raging. And then I do D10. And it's just plus, yeah, it's just, no. It's plus 4 this time. Because I don't have those fancy javelins anymore. Whoa. Yeah, I'm 6.
6 total.
6 damage.
Okay.
Not great, but it's damage.
And your first blow glances off of its side, but then you are able to recoil it off, spin it around again, and it digs into one of the shells, splits it, and it does crack underneath of it. And you push that through, and then as you pull it out, you can see some of the blackish liquid from underneath can pour out from its shoulder that you've busted open.
Glooshy, glooshy, gloosh.
Bonus
That's
action?
all. That one's
You do know
Glissa
that.
rose out.
Yeah.
he's right. Yeah.
After Gwen is Talon, and he puts his back up against yours instinctually, and as he's like taking this time to just kind of like reassure himself that somebody else is there, he grabs another stone from this sling and then throws it over towards the one in that grouping there. It's a natural 1 that time, so
Hot now.
It was more of a pebble.
Joey, roll a d6 for me. If it is 1 to 3, it's going to hit you. If it is 4, 5, or 6, it's going to hit Julie.
No!
What do I hope for?
Probably me, because I don't have
6.
Julie's dead.
Nice.
Poor Julie. Okay. Julie, you are
Your
hit.
dad raised people
You get
to this?
hit 9 damage from this stone out of nowhere.
You better be happy it wasn't
Now hits into the side of your head. Gwendolyn, you're the only one who hears this, but just under his breath, you just hear shit.
Julie goes.
They're throwing things! Look to the skies! They're so dexterous.
After Thelen, these 3 continue to charge forward.
No!
And then now
Luffy,
they
help us.
all flank around Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn, that was just a regular movement. You're going to be taking some hits.
Yeah.
You don't have to say it like that.
So, first one is a 21 to hit. Second one is also a 21 to hit.
Natural 20s?
No.
Okay.
All 3 rolled 21 to hit.
Whoa.
So you are going to take 4 bludgeoning damage, halved to 2.
Oh yeah, thank God.
4 bludgeoning damage, halved to 2. And 8 bludgeoning damage, halved to 4.
Not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
8 of my 51 health, I guess that's...
I got 10 in one shot, and I only had 30.
That was their first round of attacks.
Yeah.
Oh no!
We're supposed to say.
19 to hit, 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
And then 13 to hit. So just 1 more.
13 does not hit.
This is 5 damage, halved to 2 as well.
Goodness gracious,
okay.
you are surrounded.
Yeah. So what you all see, though, if you are in a
think I'm a
situation
beefy boy.
where you can pay attention,
Girl.
is now
Beefy boy girl.
the other Big Daddy Chul and then 3 of these Chulots all surrounding Gwendolyn with Thelen at her back, and just a lot of pinchers and stuff going on where they're all just like grabbing on, and she's managing to stay upright, but she's just taking all of these claws and pinches and fighting from
Yeah,
from
what
each of
heck,
them.
guys? 4 of y'all fighting 1.
And you're just screaming out
Yeah.
in anger in this big fight.
Beefy cat dog.
They all
After
sniff, right?
that grouping,
That's better than mine.
Misery, you're up again.
This thing isn't dead. Alright, I'm trying again. And not. Oh no, not that one. I'm going to. Since it's probably gonna hit, we're gonna do Vicious Mockery on the thing right in front of me.
What type of save is that?
That
Wisdom?
is a wisdom. Yeah, a wisdom save. 15.
Natural 1.
Nice. What does that do again?
It does some psychic damage, and then I think it has disadvantage.
It, yes, it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Right. Go ahead and roll that damage.
So that's 2d4 now, because level 5.
Nice.
3, 4, 7 damage. And disadvantage.
What do you say that kills this tool?
Wow!
Heyo.
An insult kills
You
it.
get to do that.
Heck yeah.
You get to say something mean.
Oh my gosh.
You already said something about like crab legs for dinner, so
I
don't do
know,
that again.
I wasted
You
it.
need more crab
I
buns.
have to say, like, you're so ugly. You're probably a dad. And it dies.
You're so probably a dad.
Somewhere out there, Stefano goes, yeah! And poor! Great. Anything else with your turn, Mizzy?
Now that you mention it, because that was a cantrip. I will cast Healing Word at first level on myself.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So 7 total.
Okay. Julie, you were up.
Alright, I would like to get.
Steven, would you do the honors? Thank you.
I would like to get in as advantageous a position as I can to scorch them.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there a way that I can get all 4 without hitting Gwen? It's a 5-foot radius.
Not all 4. You could do these 3.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
And also for the Threadweaver's ring, can I replace 2 peoples at the same time or 1 per turn?
I think it's if it's going to be like during your turn, I think it is a bonus action to do it, or a reaction. Probably a reaction, yeah, in the way that it would be used. So you could just do 1.
Okay, so if I'm going to cast a 3rd level spell, I can still do it
The
for
third
1?
level spell is going to be action. Your
Okay.
reaction is still free to force a failure.
I'm still a little hazy on like the bonus action when I'm casting a 3rd level.
You just can't do a leveled spell as a bonus action too.
I see. Okay, but I could either way, reaction or bonus action. I can do this. Okay.
Yep.
I am gonna replace. Okay, so I'm gonna move into place and I'm gonna cast Agonizar Scorcher. And I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
Okay. Yeah. I also can tell you what the result of the roll is before you decide if you want to switch it.
Okay. Yeah, that would be helpful.
Okay.
It is. I think it's a 14
Okay.
save.
So I'm gonna do the Chules first. It's a 3 on the die.
Okay. That was the Big Daddy Jewel?
Yeah.
No, I'm not replacing
Okay. Another little one rolled an 18 on the die. Are you interested in switching out one of the smaller ones?
One of the slower. Okay, 6, 14. It's half damage on failed saving throw. They don't have fire resistance.
You don't know.
Ooh, yeah, you don't know.
You've been told a lot about these creatures.
Yeah, I'll replace that one.
Okay.
I have a 4. I'll replace it out for the 4.
Okay.
Well, actually, sorry, can I ask you this? Could I do it on my next turn? The other one that I have on my next turn if I want to? It's
you
not
can still
once
do that.
per combat?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll change it up for the 4.
Okay. The last one rolled a 3, so all of them are going to fail.
Nice.
You can mark off that 4, and then roll your damage.
Alright.
Dang, buddy. This is gonna be a Scorcher.
Well, it's okay. 21.
21 damage,
Yeah.
21.
and all of them take the full.
Oh,
That is going to kill both of these.
bam!
Kapow!
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
And
Just dying.
what a weird choice of words when you're dying.
Heck yeah! Finally, I'm out of this painful life.
The muddy ground at the edge of this lake dries up before little fissures of fire spurt up from it, summoned from the arcane power that Julie wields. And so you see the ground, and even Gwendolyn, you can feel it like harden around your ankles for a second, where it's loose and you're able to move around, and for a second you feel kind of stuck. The ground just dries up, steam starts to pop out, and then 3 massive pillars of fire smoke out 2 of them, and then the troll takes on a huge bolt of fire too. Anything else?
So that's my action, and then my bonus action was doing the replacement, right? So,
Technically a reaction, you still have a bonus action.
but I can't do it. Has to be a cantrip.
Yeah, if you have a cantrip that is a reaction or a bonus action.
You react.
I do not.
Okay.
Unless two weapon fighting, which I don't. That's not
You
worth
didn't
it.
attack in the first place. That's like a physical punch thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like a boom.
Oh, I didn't know that was a bonus action I could do without the applied flurry of blows.
Yeah, you could do 1 additional attack as a bonus action. The applied flurry of
Gives me,
blows lets
like,
you
3
get 2.
total.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone can do that?
No.
Just
Monk.
me.
Monk.
You all get a ringing in your ears. It starts very subtle. You're in this fight, you're barely even thinking about it, but then for a second you're deafened, and you can feel little drips of blood coming down as this just like ringing frequency gets louder and louder.
The ZZ.
The ZZ, yeah. And then it is all funneled and pointing in towards the direction of the lake, as you can see now. The aboleth
Oh my gosh.
surfaces, launches itself up out of the water and lands here in the mud.
Oh my holy heck.
And then in your heads, you can all hear, much like being mind linked to, let me find it. You can hear, "Set your weapons down and forfeit the fight. You have taken a life from me, and it is time to suffer the consequences." So, with that, I would like Lorelith, if you could make a...
Oh no. Save yourself. Save.
If you can make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Lori.
Please be wise.
Please be dumb.
She does have a pretty good wisdom.
Wait, wisdom is wise and dumb combined. Wisdom.
That's a good point.
That's some serious wisdom.
What's ironic
That makes you think.
saying that is
Yeah.
both wise and dumb.
Whoa.
It's just so many layers.
20.
20. Okay. As this ringing in your ears gets louder and louder, and instinctually you put your hands up and you're trying to block it out, but it's still within your head. You can hear just a subtle whisper in your mind that says, "You will turn on them and fight with me." And you fight it and just push, and then eventually, and your mind just goes silent for a second, and then eventually the ringing just comes back in, but you pushed that force out. That is that. After
And that's that.
after that,
And then it goes home.
Said alright.
Gwendolyn. The massive Chul in front of you is going to take its vengeance. And so, first things first is a natural 20. So,
Good night.
you are going to take 2 1s on the first roll, and 2 6s on the second, so that balances out. 12, 13, 14, 18 bludgeoning damage, halved to 9.
Okay.
And then
Glad I healed. Holy crap. This is gonna be bad.
if you I read that wrong. But as these claws get onto you, you are now pulled in, and you can feel that it has fully grabbed onto you and is not letting go.
Oh, beans.
It's going to make another attack, and it is going to be a 21 to hit as well. And this is going to be 14 halved to 7.
So 9 and 7.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, do something.
Hey, Jeff.
Okay.
Seriously?
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
No, this is moose.
Oh, this.
How did this jump?
Yeah.
Seriously?
So I only rolled a 5, but I do have a +5.
Okay.
So 10.
All right.
On your turn, just set the paper on fire.
Guys, it's many papers.
As you all see that Gwendolyn, encircled by all of these creatures,
Oh, wait. No, that's not. Sorry.
danger sense.
I thought there was
Nah,
advantage going on.
a
Somehow,
dex
but
save,
it's
so this
not.
was
Yeah, it's
Constitution.
dex.
Okay. You all see Gwendolyn surrounded by these creatures. This aboleth has launched itself out and landed pretty close to her as well. And even though the smaller ones have just been wiped out by this fire, as this larger one grabs her, pulls her in, and then these tentacles start to lash out and wrap around her wrists and her legs. You see her fighting and yelling, but then all of a sudden she stops, and you no longer hear her screaming out or talking. All of her body freezes up. And so currently at this point, you are incapacitated, you can't move or speak, and you are paralyzed. And so you feel your body just freeze up as this creature's pulling you in.
Just giving into the Chul hug.
Don't worry, I'll put the paralyzed ring on you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh no, Gwen has the anti-venom.
Gwen does have the anti-venom.
After that turn is Lorla.
Again?
That's how combat
yeah.
works.
I didn't realize we had already gone through
Oh
everything.
yeah, we're moving pretty quick.
We're moving
We're just the only two that have to make
Yeah, I guess that's why I
the
said
saves
again.
for that.
I thought was...
I thought everyone would have to make a wisdom saving.
Oh yeah, you guys.
No, specifically Lorla.
We have weak minds. Okay.
Excuse me.
The
About being women.
the tool that I had Hunter's Mark on
Yes.
is
Yep. You can move that as a bonus action immediately to another creature.
Or die.
okay. So I move that to the aboleth.
Okay, great.
And
I'll put a thing on it for that.
I'm going to
Cursed on it. Boom.
curse. I'm gonna guess this thing's pretty wide. It's a pretty wide boy.
It's big.
He's pretty big.
He's a chonko.
I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do?
I don't. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm gonna cast Spike Growth,
Okay.
the center of his body.
Okay. He is. Let me see. Okay, he is large, so he does take up a 10 feet wide by 10 feet long space.
Incredible.
Yeah.
This is a 20 by 20.
Okay.
So
Ah.
this is a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range,
Okay.
and sprouts hard spikes and thorns.
Okay.
The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
I imagine you're going to position that in a place where it does not hurt your team.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll
Spiky,
do.
spiky.
Very spiked.
Cool. Does anything happen immediately, or is it just when it starts its turn?
It does not say.
Oh,
Casting time when action, range area 150 feet.
The grass when a creature moves into it in the area,
Moves
Okay.
into or within.
or moves through it. Okay.
The
so-
transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area
Right.
at the time of the spell must cast a wisdom check against your spell save DC to recognize the terrain as hazardous.
Wow.
Entering it.
Okay. And that you are concentrating on.
Yeah.
Is Hunter's Mark isn't concentration too, is it?
No.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yes. So I'll let you take this back. You can either maintain the Hunter's Mark, or you can cast that and maintain the spike growth. So
No, I'm good. I'll maintain spike growth.
Okay, cool.
I feel like it has a greater
yeah.
chance of causing damage than.
Okay. So you still have a bonus action. I don't know if you can do anything with it right now, but
Me?
How do we call Munkin?
Bonus
did
action.
anyone
on
get his
his
number?
Fantasy mobile.
Oh, Munkin.
Yeah, you don't have any
I
bonus
think so,
actions. You're
no.
good. Okay. What is Wolfie doing?
Wolfie is I'm a little afraid of Wolfie, so I'm just gonna call him to come over next to me.
Okay.
He's not gonna do anything yet.
Okay. After
Concentration.
you are
Running back.
yeah, you are on the lake now. Where's your mini? What you here? And you can see now. You can see the creature, and then you can barely make out like which of your party members are doing what. But you're maybe I'll put you at 90 feet again, as you are going to exhaust your movements to get to about 90 feet away. It's a long way down the lake to get from where you were, but you can start to see some of what's going on. You still have like if you have any actions or bonus actions or things to do with from a 90 range, that's up to you.
I'm 90 feet away right now.
Yeah.
No, I need to get close enough for it to hear me, so I'm gonna keep running towards it.
Okay.
But while I'm running towards it, I am getting the stone in my hand.
Okay. After Pilgrim, Gwen. Let me double check.
Bold.
Are the people following Pilgrim?
Right, I was gonna say, do we know that yet?
Y'all don't know anything yet. You don't even see him yet.
Okay.
Okay. Cassandra, you cannot take any actions or reactions.
This might be really specific, but can I make the distinction that I'm like, because it was wrapped up in my pocket. I want to basically like, I'm running at it and I want to hold so it can see the stone, but it's like, there's like cloth between my hand and the stone, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so you're holding up within the cloth.
I'm holding it up within the cloth so that I
You're
can
an
see what it
oven
is.
Okay.
You're a man.
Get you an
I have my oven mitt. Yeah, my special Pilgrim's special evil oven mitt.
Yeah.
The soup bowl?
I still have that toilet from earlier, the chamber pot.
Okay, so yeah, you are like completely frozen, but I think you can make a saving throw right now because you were paralyzed. Let me just double check that. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn, ending the effect on a success. So go ahead and just make another Constitution saving throw for me.
Nice.
Okay.
You got this.
Yeah.
There's some constitution to
It
you.
is a good one, right? Okay, 21.
Great. This is at the end of your turn, so you do feel your body start to break out, and you get regained motion of your arms and legs.
But that's just the end
But
of
that's
my
the end
turn.
of your turn.
Do I lose my rage? Or
No,
not
you don't lose your
technically,
rage.
'cause I was...
You lose your rage. After Gwendolyn is telling him, and he just goes, "What the hell is this?" And he starts to scoot back, looking around. "What are we doing, guys?" And kind of looks around, puts another stone in, spins it around, and is going to launch it at the jewel next to Gwendolyn. That is going to be a 20 to hit, so it is going to.
Nice.
Let's roll that damage. 10 again. It's not like 10. Okay. After Felon, let me just double check his spells for him too.
Hurts.
Missy, you've got dangerous tongue.
He's love bit Joey like
Okay, no, we're
8
good.
times.
After Felon is
He loves his
the
sandwiches.
Chuloth next to Gwendolyn. Now that you are not paralyzed and not surrounded, these will not be at advantage. We have a 15 to hit.
It just hits.
Okay.
Right, if it equals it, it
Yeah.
just hits.
And a natural 20.
Frickin' crit.
There's going to be 4 bludgeoning damage halved to 2.
That's nice.
And the crit is weak as well. It is 6 damage halved to 3.
What are you at, Cassandra?
I'm at 20 out of 51. I mean, that's still good. I just really shouldn't have been so cocky.
It adds up.
Taking me down
You're doing your
31
job.
At least you're getting the hit, because we got
It's better than it's me.
We would have been better.
Yeah.
Misery. You hear in your head,
Uh-oh.
Terrible noises.
it is time. Take them out. And you don't even get to make a saving throw.
What?
Because you were already failed this saving throw at some point, and you were released from it for a time being, and now it is reactivated.
Oh no.
So,
Oh no.
you had failed a check on this sessions ago,
When you try to take the stone.
and
Oh my gosh.
it just never worked its way through. So, you may use your action and bonus action on all of your things, but do so in a way that hurts your teammates.
No! I was gonna do so much good stuff.
No
I was gonna
more.
kill
Well, from your point of view, you still are.
You shouldn't be so susceptible to bad stuff.
I will say, Julie is
Probably
right next to you,
forgot,
and probably your immediate focus.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Moosies.
I hope the mic picks up his heavy breathing.
Moosies.
I'm gonna do. This feels terrible, but I'm gonna do what I was planning to do to the thing.
Okay.
Because I'm right next to you.
I'm gonna use a reaction.
Okay.
You don't know.
You already used your reaction to use your ring
You can only use that once per combat.
per turn. It hasn't been your turn yet since you used
But
it.
I thought I used my bonus action for that.
It was a reaction.
No.
I'm going to cast Bestow Curse
Okay.
on Thule.
Okay.
And I have to touch her.
Yep.
So you must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or become cursed. I'm gonna choose. I have a couple options here. I'm gonna choose that you, while cursed, you must make a Wisdom saving throw at the start of each of your turns, and if you fail, you waste your action doing nothing that turn. So.
Man, that would have been great on the creature.
I know, it would have been great on that.
Dang it.
But that was my plan. That's what I'm doing.
Props to you, third level spell for this. Mad respect, seriously. Like, I appreciate you leaning in. So make a wisdom saving throw against his spell save.
Yep, just to have it even happen.
Truly,
11.
don't die.
That fails.
I will, in a fair DM moment, say we have Jeffrey.
Do you guys want me to use Jeffrey?
How much health do you have right now?
I have 26.
And what,
Succeeding on this makes it not even happen, which is way better because if you failing means every turn, like to get rid of it, you have to do like a remove curse spell. Like there's no other way to get rid of it.
And this also, we would have known this already. The Abeloth is 17 armor class. We learned this from the book, and it's like between 100 to 200 health.
Yeah.
And we haven't hit it once yet.
No.
Joey is gonna curse Rachel until she's dead again, so we're talking about using Jeffrey so she can avoid it.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can just initiate the vote.
Yeah.
I would like
Why
to
didn't you
initiate
roll better the first time though?
Right?
All votes for Joey. You're no longer enslaved in this vote, but everyone would like to vote that she can use the die.
Okay. Can we know what the DC?
True to character.
Can we know what the DC saving throw
It's
is?
15.
It's 15.
Okay. So,
So I have to go 4
what's your wisdom modifier?
plus 4.
For saving throws.
For saving. I don't know.
Yeah, what's yours?
Yeah, plus 4.
Okay. So yeah, it's that plus 4 plus 5 is 9, so you would have to roll a 6 or higher on this die.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again.
Since the DC.
This replaces the whole throw. It doesn't get added to it.
Right.
Yeah, you re-roll it plus 5 plus your 4.
Reroll it with this.
Yes.
Just tell me
Yeah,
what to
that one's
Just
specific.
roll a 6 or higher.
do. Okay.
Focus on rolling a 6 or higher.
I feel like we've been in this situation recently.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't even have anything.
Where we're all waiting to see what Rachel rolls.
9.
Oh, I thought it was a 6.
Which is
But
still
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So, with you can hear Misery's whispers into your ear as he leans forward and puts his hand on.
Speak up.
Misery, is that you?
And is this in Infernal? What languages do you speak? Or like Abyssal? What language would you be cursing in?
What language would I be cursing?
I speak
Yeah.
Infernal.
I only
Right.
speak, yeah, I guess Infernal. 'cause I
Yeah,
only speak
Infernal.
that.
Okay. Do you speak Infernal as well?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, nice. You
So
understand.
she would understand what your cursing language is. Joey, do you want to add some flavor to what like you would be putting into her ear?
Well, it failed. Yes, actually, that's perfect. It has to be a song.
Say it so the mic can pick it up.
This is my last resort. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
Truly, you know the song and you sing along, and it fights back from this ever sinking in.
You harmonize so well.
So, Misery, that's good for your turn. And so you make this attempt. If you could also just make the, let me just double check. I think you might make a saving throw at the end of your turn.
Maybe next
Nope.
turn. Never.
Nope. But you do hear in your voice, yes, keep going.
Oh no.
After Misery is Tully.
Okay, if I move, will it have an opportunity attack?
You have no idea.
I have no idea
If what will?
if this will.
Oh, yes, it probably will.
Okay. Would I have been aware? I think that I would have sensed that he was trying to cast a curse on me.
Yes, for sure.
So as part of, can I use like the 9 seconds or 9 words, whatever, to say, misery's been turned? Is that an action?
No. Yeah, that's
Okay,
sweet.
well I will yell that to the party. It's like,
Yeah.
misery's like cursed? Or like,
He's whispering to me! He's whispering in my ear!
if I don't disengage, but I move
Watch where you go.
Yeah.
Here?
I'm going
Okay.
to spikies.
and I want to try and cast Agonizar Scorcher in a way that gets these guys.
Sure, that you can do.
Okay, well I'm gonna try and cast that.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level again.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, fresh out of 3rd level spell.
yes.
Okay. These are dex saves.
14.
Okay.
And also now I can use my replacement, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna, okay, we'll see what they are first.
Cool. Aboleth is gonna roll. It has an 8 on the die.
That fails.
You don't know what it adds.
I don't know what it adds. I'm gonna replace it with a 2.
Okay. So that is gonna fail.
Okay. What did it, can you tell me what it has succeeded?
I can't tell you that.
No.
Okay.
The
Oh, I
Chul,
guess then what I would do.
Yeah.
the Chul rolls a 19,
Shoot.
and the smaller one rolls an 8 plus like something minuscule. So the small one's gonna fail, and it's just gonna die, whatever you roll. So this guy is gone.
And then roll damage.
Roll damage, and it's gonna be halved for big guy, and Aboleth is gonna take full.
For damage.
What time is it? Oh, okay.
After 10.
Only 19.
Okay. So Aboleth is gonna take full damage.
Fly full.
And halved for the big guy, which is 8.
I did it to Sally. Now, no, Sally's broken now.
Anything else for your turn, Celine?
The rest of
I can't do anything else, right? Because I used my bonus.
That was reaction and action. You do have a bonus, but you can't. Yeah, you don't have anything for bonus action, so.
That's not a leveled spell. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So after Chuli is the Aboleth, and then after the Aboleth's turn, we will end the session. So. Okay.
Don't forget,
that makes sense because
if he moves, he gets stabby.
He ain't
He
moving.
has to leave.
Any movement he makes, he
Yes.
gets stabby.
Any move he makes with damage.
Chuli, it is going to make one tentacle attack towards you.
Tentacle attack.
That's a movie.
It is a 17 to hit.
That's a move.
Yes.
Okay.
That doesn't count as him getting
Movement.
spiked.
It has not moved yet. Chuli, you're going to take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Could you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
I sure can.
Oh.
Oh dear. 12.
Okay. We will get to that.
We'll deal with that whole thing.
Yeah. Whatever you got. Remember that.
Quinlan.
Oh, I added 12 to my health. Whoops.
That is a natural 1 for its first attempt to hit you.
Wow.
And it's going to use its last one. It rolls a 14 to hit. Okay.
Just do a punk.
So 2 more tentacles. 2 more tentacles lash out of this creature and slam in front and behind of Gwendolyn. Truly, you just start to feel like it's hard to breathe. You can still breathe, but just for a second, you're in this like, and you're trying to regain breath from being hit by this tentacle.
Are you sure it doesn't get caught on these spikes? It's not a 20-foot. It's not a 20-foot rig. It's a 20-foot circle.
Yes.
Oh, my blame.
At that point, it had not moved yet. It needs to move while it's in there. It is now going to move, and it is going to be hit by the spikes, but it has required the movement first.
And tentacles
Like
moving aren't the
movement.
same as like.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
Right,
That's what I
right.
was saying. The tentacles moving.
The
I thought
mechanics
I was
of-
gonna get it.
No, it physically has to like move its
It
position.
doesn't have to move, it has to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and now it is just going to like start to flop forward on the earth, and its tentacles are going to like dig in as it's moving forward. Now, your spike growth.
It takes 2d4 for every 5 feet it travels.
Okay, move 10 feet, so you can roll 4d4.
And at least it doesn't have good foot per moves.
Yeah, remember foot moves? Remember that joke from before?
Yeah.
I remember that.
If you can just roll these twice.
I got it. 13.
Okay.
44 what?
13.
44 d20.
If only.
Oh,
Yeah.
That sounds like mid to late 40s right
The
now.
town is nuked.
And
Ow!
as it is sliding forward and positioning itself between you all, he says in your minds again, in this billowing out that rings your ears and continues to cause this extreme, like throbbing headache with every consonant, that he hits as he's saying these words. I have heard him speak to me. He calls out to me. I know you still have him. And that's where we will end this session. Episode 28.
No, he went to find his dad.
No. See that stone with the eye and the big.
Why were there so many rings on you? Oh, you're only one thing, right? Are you anything?
Yeah.